And we're live.
I feel like I'm in a fucking dummy commercial.
Because now you kind of are.
Yeah.
You kind of are.
I kind of am.
Welcome back to another episode of Next Timeline, Please. Podcast with two jackasses from the Midwest. Just talk shit about everything because we're unhappy with ourselves.
And I'm Ben Shapiro.
Abortion is genocide.
Come on.
I love it. Because he does his impression of Joe Biden, and he's terrible at it. You know what he was decent at, though? His Trump impression was pretty good.
Now, his Bernie Sanders impersonation was pretty good.
Is that where he just lays in a casket?
And his, I like his Nancy Pelosi impersonation. I like ice cream.
I'm going.
I fucking hate it.
How in the world did they not shoot her plane down?
My thing is with that whole trip, that was pretty dangerous. Like, because China straight up said, like, don't do it, bro. And we said no balls.
Well, and the fact that she was like, I'm 500 years old, so if they shot her down, she didn't really care. Plus, I'm pretty certain she can't die. She's
a vampire?
She's either a vampire or, like, she's got two twin sisters and one of them holds an eyeball and they just tell people their fortune. Nancy Pelosi's a witch, for those of you who don't get that. Who don't get the joke.
But, honestly, it was... I don't know if I want to go to war with China over Taiwan.
Not over Nancy Pelosi, at least. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, they can have Nancy Pelosi.
Exactly.
It's like a bot kill in Fortnite.
Like, if they took down AOC, I might have a problem with it.
Gross. What?
I don't care.
What?
I don't care how stupid she is.
She's hot, yeah.
I like a woman with power.
But
she's stupid.
She doesn't do anything but pretend to be arrested, according to the Republican. Or she stands at the border and fake cries the defense. Hold on, everybody, while we get interrupted. Hey, Kat, you're going to be on camera. Come closer. Come closer.
That was a hobbit. Just for those of you who didn't get to see.
I'm married to Danny DeVito.
It is not always sunny in Philadelphia.
Why are we so mean to my wife?
Have you met your wife?
I have. Conveniently enough, I have.
I prefer your brother-in-law.
He does have bigger titties.
That's Brandon, who usually sits where James is sitting today. The reason we're not at the same table.
Yeah, Fat Ginger Jesus had too much wine.
He went to Clay's Park today to go swimming, which there's three things wrong with this. One, everyone knows you don't drink and be in the sun. It's not a good combination.
Yeah, but it's fun.
You don't get drunk in the sun. You definitely don't get drunk in the sun if you're a ginger. You definitely don't get drunk in the sun if you're a ginger who's large enough to cast shade over the beach. He's got patches of his skin that he will never see that could grow sunspots, and he could have, cancer. You don't do it.
Yeah, but I mean, why not?
I imagine
if it takes him out, it takes him out. Like,
if he had less fair skin, he could actually get a job at Baylor Beach or Clay's Park or whichever water place he really wanted to. They could put him at one end and have a bunch of kids at the other, put up those little buoys along the sides, and he could just go up and down in the water, creating the waves.
Oh no, he can just float on his back and just turn around, and they can run on him like one of those log things.
Oh my god, yeah. Or you could jump off of a high object and just have another kid on the other side of his stomach. And he could launch children into the air.
Brandon, we love you, but you're fat.
It'd be one thing if you were just obese, but there's like 3 E's in the spelling of what you are.
Anyway, since my tech guy is indisposed, I'm the tech guy now. And I'm going to fuck it up.
Yeah. It's not as easy as it looks now, is it? Tell him, Brandon.
I mean, I push one button. It's so complicated.
For those of you who aren't aware as to why we didn't have an episode last week, some jackass had fucking COVID and didn't, feel good.
The dude that doesn't kiss his wife, kissed his wife, and then got COVID.
I don't kiss my wife. That is true. I think it's weird to kiss people. It's gross. But I did indeed kiss my wife.
And then you got COVID.
When she had COVID and I got COVID. And I COVIDed strong. My COVID game was strong. Man, I'm still exhausted. Like, we were just talking. I drank a dubby right before the beginning of the podcast in an attempt to try and have some energy because I was falling asleep in this chair while James was trying to figure out how to be the tech guy. Because, like we said, Brandon, we apologize. We don't really at Brandon, but yeah, it's not as easy as it looks.
Brandon's not people. He doesn't count.
Brandon is people. I like Brandon better than I like James most days. Because Brandon doesn't talk back when I yell at him.
I mean, you make it hard not to make fun of you.
Are we streaming tonight at some point?
Yes, probably after this. But, again,
Is it weird looking at the camera from the back?
kind of. You're wearing the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I actually showered before I came here because I didn't know.
It's like we're in high school and your girlfriend claimed you again. Does that mean we're dating?
This hair tie. So, I'm on TikTok too. Like, we're on TikTok. And, some
Plug
people
the name,
that...
jackass. Oh,
Pasty Gaming.
I thought it was Pasty Gaming and Podcast. Did you just change it?
It might be. I don't know. I haven't looked. TikTok. Let me see. Hold on. It's Pasty Gaming, the letter N, Podcast.
Follow us.
Yeah, but so a lot of people that actually do follow me are from my time in the military, and they see my hair, and then I get comments. I get like personal messages about my hair. Some people love it. Some people think it's fucking stupid.
My dad, specifically.
Fuck you, Larry.
I'm just super jelly that what's happening to you happened to me in 10th grade.
I'm just going to I get out of the shower every day and I see more of it on the wall of the shower and I just get more depressed.
Just move it on back.
This is, in fact, a lot of people would say, why do you guys talk about his hair every episode? Because this is an ongoing problem. This is not a one and done. This is every day I wake up and there's less.
It's serious, deepening depression. You're facing the mortality of your hair.
My hair is a direct reflection of America. Like every day there's less hope. There's less and less hope.
And more hair plugs.
Yes, my hair is like my hair is like the Browns and my headband is Deshaun Watson. Like I brought it in to make things better, but it's only been disappointing. It's not doing what I brought it to do.
4 hair grooves. He got 4 grooves. He got 4 hairs to grow out of 5 passing attempts.
Oh my God, Deshaun Watson played terribly. Oh, so okay, 3 things that we got to talk about: the preseason games and why, Deshaun Watson, and what they chanted at him. That's fantastic. Did you hear about that?
I heard that they chanted something. I did not hear about what they were chanting.
Sick fuck. There's videos going around. He's on because the idiot rookie caught the ball, first kickoff of the game, tries to run it out. He gets to the 15. Way to be impressive, guy. He'll be there next week. He gets to the 15. So Deshaun Watson is not more than 50 yards from these people in the stands. And they're chanting, "You sick fuck," the entire play, that first play where he rolls out and tosses it and it's 5 yards over the nearest receiver's head.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're in the end zone. "You sick fuck. You sick fuck."
That's glorious.
It is. In my heart of hearts, I want Jacoby Brissett to play as good as Jacoby Brissett played
For Indy.
For
he was
Indy.
real good at Indy.
Yes.
As a backup.
And if he can get us through this season, I hope that Deshaun Watson somehow gets the fuck off our team.
He's not going to.
I know, but
Too much money's guaranteed. That man's going to have to, Hunt kicked the woman in the face, and we gave her a second chance. Gave him a second chance.
We haven't given
I
him
mean,
a contract
don't get me
yet.
wrong. There's vastly different levels to kicking somebody in the face versus being a sexual predator to 24 plus women. But
Yes, but they also showed that when
$230 million guaranteed. They're not going to walk away from that contract.
No, but the girl that Hunt kicked, you could almost argue that she was sexually harassing him. He is up in a elevated area and she is grabbing at his pants.
Yeah. And wasn't there racial slurs involved?
Yes, there was all kinds of terrible things going on. It's not like the Ray Rice video where he just knocked a bitch out.
Yeah.
She pushed the wrong button in the elevator and he said, "Goodbye."
My thing with that, though, is, don't get me wrong. If Kat came at me with a knife, I'm doming that bitch. Just.
Kat could come at me with a spoon and I'm hitting her.
But, if she just comes at me and starts hitting me, what is she going to hurt except for maybe my ego?
Yes, but not everyone's married to a hobbit.
Maybe, face palmer. Maybe he could have Heisman'd her. You know what I mean? Just a bitch.
I mean, you only have 3 options there. And you could Ray Rice her, you could Kareem Hunt her, or you could Deshaun Watson her and just hit her in the hand with your dick.
Now, what do you think of the... I think he's guilty of something. 24 women is... That's a lot of allegation for not... That's a lot of smoke for no fire.
Yeah. He's guilty of something.
But part of me thinks that a lot of them was just trying to get some money.
If we had to do percentage-wise, I'm saying that 25% of those claims are most likely very legit. And the other 75 are not. Because if you think about it, there's 24, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We know of 6 that admit that they had sex with him willingly.
Don't know. I haven't been paying attention to it.
And out of those 6, 5 of them said that they initiated the sexual contact. Now, out of those 24, only 1 of them did not contact him for further appointments.
Comment. Danny DeVito. Not everyone's married to Danny DeVito. From a fat ginger Jesus that's too drunk to be our tech guy. He's not too drunk
to fucking text.
To watch the stream and text.
Brandon, are you too drunk to walk up the stairs? Are you?
While we wait for him to answer.
Okay, back
Your disappointment.
Back to Deshaun Watson. So there's out of the 24 of them,
he's on the kitchen floor.
20. So I'm sorry, when it was 21 of them, 20 of them had contacted him for further appointments. They had contacted him. You can't tell me that somebody did that to you and then you contact them again. That's weird.
Yeah, that doesn't jive with me.
No.
Because
now is he a sexual predator? That's what he's guilty of.
Yeah.
Because nobody goes to a massage from a reputable person and puts their dick on their hands, but they do put their dick on hands of people that they've found on Instagram. That's when you're searching Instagram for your personal masseuse and your body's worth $230 million, you're looking to get something touched.
Mm-hmm.
Because Tom Brady, who doesn't even make $230 million, He has a guy that travels with him everywhere he goes, every single place.
Yeah, it's the same
Vacations,
dude.
everything. Yeah. And everyone told him, don't use this guy. Don't use this guy.
He
Everyone's
started a
telling
company
him
with
not
them.
to use him. Yeah, he started a company with him. And everyone's telling him not to use him. Like, it's not, that's a different story. When people are telling Deshaun Watson, don't use these people, it's because you keep putting your dick in their hands. Like,
What? We're not allowed to put our dick in people's hands?
I'm not going to lie. When I walked in tonight and Brandon was passed out on the couch, I walk into your house and Brandon's passed out on the couch drunk. The first thing I said was, get the kids out of the room. I'm putting my dick on his head. But I didn't do it because it's not right.
Wait, you didn't?
No, actually, instead I took your children's balls from like their ball pit, and I sat across the room and tried and hit him in the face. But Porky, your dog, climbed up on his lap and was trying to catch the balls as I was throwing them.
Yeah, Porky's real protective of Brandon. Like speaking of which, when I came in from work today, I grabbed, that little foam matting my wife has on the floor down there.
They were telling me about this downstairs, yes.
Yeah, I smacked the shit out of him with the edge piece. And James, my 3-year-old, comes out of nowhere and just starts beating the shit out of him with me. We whooped his ass as a family.
Which I yelled at James last time we did the podcast because he was throwing cans at Brandon. And I was like, don't fucking throw cans at Brandon. He's first off, he's my favorite. And second, he does stuff for us for free. Free 99.
He lives at my house.
For
free 99.
But he watches your kids for free 99.
You fucking better.
Exactly.
I pay for his phone. I pay for
Brandon's entire existence is to serve you from here on out. Brandon is your wife. Brandon is your medieval times wife. Like, he doesn't have a choice. He does what you tell him to.
He's my salt wife.
Yes. He is your concubine.
You know what a salt wife is?
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who don't know what a salt wife is.
It's a seasoned and dried wife.
When Vikings would go out, they'd take a wench as the salt wife.
And they'd put their dick in their hands.
And then when they'd go home, back to the actual wife, nothing was discussed.
Exactly.
It was the salt wife.
Exactly.
Brandon's my salt wife, but right next to my actual wife. But Brandon has better boobies.
Did you hear about the criminal who was assaulted with pepper spray? Surprising, too, that he was caught, considering he was a seasoned criminal.
I'm going to kill myself.
You're welcome. Preseason. But yeah, so we watched the preseason.
So off topic.
We watched the preseason games. I watched.
I haven't watched any of them. I've been at work.
They are so pointless. The preseason games are important. They don't need to be televised.
They let you gauge the rookie talent and the people trying to make the team.
Yes, but we as common fans, even super fans, consumers, we don't need that.
Yeah, it's just trash.
I don't need it in my life. Why do they televise the Hall of Fame game? Why is there even a Hall of Fame game?
I don't even like the Hall of Fame game, period.
How?
You tourists, stay the fuck out of Canton, all right?
I have an idea for the Hall of Fame
Fuck
game.
off, we're full.
I have an idea for a Hall of Fame game. This is where I believe this should be, okay? Stop it with the fucking Hall of Fame game. Stop it with the extra preseason game as the Hall of Fame game. If the Hall of Fame is really that important to NFL and to the brand of NFL, hold the fucking Pro Bowl on Hall of Fame weekend. Have the Pro Bowlers play in that stadium, coached by Hall of Famers. People will watch that. People do not want to watch.
You mean like the NBA All-Star game?
Exactly. But so with baseball, their Hall of Fame game.
I don't pay attention to baseball unless the Indians are literally in the World
Yes,
Series.
but here's why I'm taking a page from baseball. Because of preseason games, it's fucking stupid. One, they don't televise their preseason games on national TV. You have to own the broadcast channel for that in your like Spectrum package or whatever have you to be able to watch it. They're not like nationally televised. But two, when they do their induction into the Hall of Fame, they bring two teams play a normal regular season game at the field. And that is their Hall of Fame game. Is they go to Cooperstown and they play a game. Like a real game that matters with real players that are actually going to be on the team in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So why is that a touristy thing? Like, why would anyone? I don't understand how they sell tickets to this shit. I've never once been like, you know what I really want to go see? I want to go see some guys who are never going to make an impact on my team.
Yeah. I live a mile down the road from it, and I still would not go.
I purposely don't drive down 77 that day because I don't want to accidentally see the Hall of Fame game. The actual best Hall of Fame game was that year when they televised all the people on the field trying to remove the paint and then had to cancel the game. That was the best Hall of Fame game. It was the most entertaining watching these people trying to scrape paint from an AstroTurf field. The game is so bad that they have to have other events around it to get people. And then, like when you buy the ticket to the induction ceremony, you get a ticket to the Hall of Fame game. And then to actually try and make some money, because nobody buys tickets, they have to have a concert afterwards, and then hosted Dave Chappelle like the night after that. And did you see the parade this year? They didn't even have fucking Peyton Manning.
Why would I watch a parade?
I went to the parade. I have kids. Remember? Actually, it was weird though. It was hard because
I
getting
have
their
kids
chains
too.
to reach
But
the street.
instead of taking my kids and ass crack at dawn to find a good spot and just kind of wait there, because you have all these overnight people that just sit on the side of the road
Overnight. The whole night.
all night long.
Yeah.
Why?
It's like it's the Macy's Day Parade or some shit.
And then, like, the kids will have fun. They'll throw candy. I'd rather take my kids to Walmart and say, like, here's $10.
No, COVID
Pick
stopped
what
that.
you want.
No more candy.
So,
Seriously, no more candy.
why? That was my one motivation. It was diabetes, and you took it from me. Why would I want to go?
I went this year. Kennedy had never been to a parade before, so I took her because she's never been to a parade. I can't have that. Like,
I can't take James to parade. He'll run out into the parade.
yeah. So I take her. This is how great it was. This is the only perk to where I live. I walked out the door. I walked down the street. And because it was my street, I just sat the fuck down right in front of somebody. I opened my chair and sat down. And the guy behind me was like, "You must live here." And I was like, "Yeah, you're fucking right, I do." I walked out the door. The parade started at 8. I walked out at 8:30 and sat front row. Because fuck people, that's my street. I live there. I pay taxes. That's my street.
My spot. So aggressive over
And
fucking parade.
you know what was worse though? What I feel worse
He
about?
also went to the balloon liftoff of all
I
things.
did.
Why?
We discussed that. Because, James, like preseason games, I do useless shit. With my kids.
Oh, look, a balloon.
You know what I've learned
And it's
recently?
done. Like,
I don't know about you, but there's people like me that we go to somewhere just because there's fair food. And we all call it fair food. It's really just shitty food from a truck.
actually, fair fries are really fucking good.
Well, we always go to these things. And I've realized that unless you're going to the actual fucking fair, it's not worth it. Because there's the same 3 trucks at every event. There's some place that's selling potato chips that are covered in something. There is another stand selling, and this is the weird thing that I think only Ohio has, Stromboli.
Yeah. What about last time I went, they had craft soda. Like, you could buy this, like, mug.
Well, yeah, no, that's the fair.
Yeah, that was good fucking
I'm talking about small events that promote themselves as having fair food.
Oh.
This last place I went, you could have, it was the truck that sells corn dogs and like cotton candy and lemonades.
Mm-hmm.
There was a truck doing Stromboli. There was like 7 lemonade stands. And then there's always the place that claims brick fire pizza. And it's like, bro, that's a fucking trailer. Where's the brick oven? I don't see any smoke coming out of that bitch. you got
That's the goddamn Totino's pizza.
you got the fucking Ninja KitchenAid in the back there. I know you're cooking pizzas in that shit. How did we get here?
Fucking air fryer.
Be honest with me, air fryer pizza. I'll still eat it. I'm fucking hungry.
You remember when the ribs burn off was actually good?
Yes, and now they don't even do it. There's no ribs burn off now. You have to go to Parma to go to the ribs burn off. There's one in Parma, and that's the only one. They canceled the ribs burn off when COVID happened, and then they canceled it because it used to be that it was the city and the Hall of Fame's kickoff to the Hall of Fame weekend. But then the Hall of Fame was like, yeah, that's ghetto. That's some Canton shit right there. Let's not do that. They're like, ribs burn off? You're in the north. Like, you don't do barbecue, guys.
I mean, I make a pretty fucking good brisket, is all I'm saying. I can't do the sauces, though. I haven't tried the sauces.
I was going to say, you don't make your own sauces.
I don't.
No. But you do. That brisket is good when you cook it, but you ain't cooked one in a long time for us.
I know, because I'm fucking broke all the time.
Yeah.
You know how much it costs to make enough, just the brisket, for 10 people?
Yeah, thanks, Obama.
For Biden, but...
You know what? I want them to raid Joe Biden's pill cabinet the same way they raided Mar-a-Lago. Like, I want to know what's in there.
Yeah, but they'll find more substance abuse. Wait, no, we're not talking about Hunter.
No. I was, a lot of people there's a lot of people up in arms on the Republican side about them raiding Mar-a-Lago, but honestly, I'm cool with it. Totally cool with it.
I'm on the fence about it because, well, for one, I don't know what the fuck they were looking for.
They were looking for top secret documents that because he did not do the transfer of power, he was not willing to work with the government.
I saw that part, but according to, this is according to Trump and his lawyers, he's been open door with them since June, something around there. Like, they've been working together. He's been turning over stuff. But my thing is yes, he's the president, or was the president. How the fuck was he able to get top classified information to a goddamn golf result?
Aliens.
I had the top secret clearance, and there's very specific places you're allowed to have that shit, and a golf resort is not one of them.
Yes, but you didn't have the type of top secret clearance he had.
Yeah, I mean, he can declassify shit at will.
Exactly.
But
then that's exactly what he said. That was his response. His lawyers put out a response to the FBI raid, and he told them, you didn't have to break into Mar-a-Lago to get those documents. They're all declassified. I would have just given them to you. If you would have just given them to him, you would have. You wouldn't have. I don't know why you need them. Why do you need them still?
He doesn't.
Exactly. He's being a jackass.
There is speculation. They're bringing back the whole Russian agent thing. The Democrats are just pulling at every straw they can. But he helped them in that. Like, if you got, like you said, what are you going to do with that information? Just hand it over. They're supposed to hand over everything from the presidential time anyways.
Exactly.
For the library. For the presidential library. They're supposed to hand over everything.
The whole shebang. The whole kit and caboodle.
All the Nixon tapes.
Exactly. all 37 missing minutes of the Stormy Daniels video.
All the juicy parts where she pees on him.
I've heard, and this is just a rumor I heard from maybe ancient aliens, but I heard R. Kelly was in that tape too.
I mean, the trend fits. The trend fits. My thing is, though, would you have Stormy Daniels?
Back in the day, yeah.
I haven't seen her back in the day. I've just seen her now, and she looks like a failed actress from Sex. Is it Sex in the City or Sex and the City?
Sex and the City.
Okay.
Because and people go, well, that doesn't make any sense. Yes, it does. The movie was about sex and the city. It was about the life they lived in the city and then the sex they were having. Sex in the city. What if she wants to go to fucking Jersey? What if she wants to go to Jersey for the weekend? She just can't fuck? She just can't have any fucks?
Well, it's Sarah Jessica Parker. She looks like a horse.
She looks like a foot. She's always looked like a foot to me.
This is funny coming from all ugly asses. But
hey, now, hold on. Okay. I mean, I just wanted to take a drink. I don't have a response to that. I am ugly.
Getting back to this Trump, the other thing though that bothers me about it, it feels like a hit piece from the Democratic side.
You know I'm a Republican. Everybody, we're Republicans. If you can't get that from the fact,
Independent, leaning, conservative.
yes, thank you. But what do we vote?
Republicans are fucking stupid
Yes,
half the
they are.
time.
Fuck Republicans, man. Yeah, no.
Not as stupid as Democrats,
They're
but
not. It's okay. So yes, one, I think that continuous attacks on Donald Trump are important to the Democrats because it limits his ability to run again. Because, as we all know, since he only served one term, he can run any time from now until he dies. So there's that.
which he's old as shit. So he got what, a decade?
Yeah, at most. I mean, okay, first off, I think that everyone should kind of take a seat and take a look at his diet and really contemplate whether those preservatives in the McDonald's burgers are working their way through his blood system.
I mean, he's aging better than Biden.
Yeah. And Biden,
Fucking double cheeseburgers and Diet Coke is a thing.
I think he was the first president probably in well over 3 decades that did not run and work out on a consistent basis. Did you ever think about that? I don't know. I think of these weird things.
Yeah, but he's dummy thick with that booty, though.
I don't know how you're that fat and play that much golf. Have you ever played golf? You sweat a lot. It's a lot harder game than you think it is.
It is. I'm terrible at golf.
Oh, me too. I just play it a lot.
I'm the one dude that I've ever met that I will aim straight and that ball will end up behind me about 30 yards because I will cut it so hard that the wind just takes it. It's crazy. Now, if I actually get it to the green, like the putting zone,
The green.
yeah, I can putt real well. My short game is pretty good.
That's what your wife told me.
I'm tiny, but getting it there is difficult. It's hard for me to find that hole from a distance.
That's what your wife told me.
You talked about my sex life quite a bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, what else am I going to talk to her about? She's fucking stupid.
Well, I'm having sex.
You're
So what
trying
am I
to have a
supposed to say?
conversation with her.
But-
you know how? Speaking of golf, just a short little
No one cares about golf.
tidbit. You know when somebody dies and you inherit their stuff, like
Yeah.
you almost feel like you should use it.
Yeah.
My dad died this year, and he left me his golf clubs.
You mean the
And-
ones Justin broke?
Yes, in a Mustang. This man might as well have just said, fuck you. Because the Mustang's a piece of shit. And the golf clubs are from a yard sale. And now I feel obligated to use them. So I had to go through them the other day when I went golfing. And I was like, I can't use that. Can't use that. Can't use that. This one's still fucking broken from when Justin swung it. I've seen grown men slam their drivers into the ground. Grown men. Let's be honest, Justin, you might be a grown up, but you are not a grown man. You are.
He's a grown little man.
Justin is very tiny and somehow snapped the head off of this golf club with one swing.
He's very tiny, but he's very strong for his size.
Yes. Not
Like
like in the sense of like,
Like an ant.
yeah. He's not strong in the sense of like conventional strength. Like if you were to arm wrestle him, you would destroy him. But in that process, you would think to yourself, wow, this is really fucking hard.
This dude masturbates all the time.
Jeez, some of that COVID just came back. Nope, gave it to him. Gave
Now I
James
got it.
COVID.
Now I got it. I'm going to die.
COVID's a joke these days. You know, you only take 5 days off work. I didn't even get to take, so I was...
COVID was a joke at the beginning for anybody that was all age and healthy.
Yeah. Well, so when I got it, well, actually, no, let's be honest. That shit fucking sucks.
It does.
Oh, God, it fucking sucks.
But it's not shut down the world's economy bad.
At the beginning, I think it might have been
'Cause
shut
we didn't-
down some stuff bad.
We
but
didn't
not
know
the world
enough back
economy.
then.
Exactly.
But like shutting down everything, like
It's just the problem is that the treatments have come so far now. It really was fucking some people up real bad, obviously.
oh yeah.
But
they had underlying health issues.
yeah, but so I got it, and I got it I had it, and I didn't start really feeling anything until Thursday night, And then you were joking on the live stream that I had COVID, and I was like, no. But then I woke up and I was like, fuck, I got COVID. So I went and got tested. But
I got that ESPN.
The problem with getting tested for COVID is the labs. They're not open on the weekend. So I called off work Friday, went and got tested. No response. So I'm thinking to myself, if I had COVID, they would have called me. Like, they say they'll call you no matter what, but when I had gotten tested negative from the VA, I didn't get a call till like 5 in the afternoon because they were like, well, he's negative, so it doesn't fucking matter whether we call him or not.
Yeah, I had to call him back.
Exactly. So when I didn't get a call, I went to work Monday.
And gave all the animals.
And I got a call at 4:50 when I'm out. I'm off at 5. I get a call at 4:50. Hey, you're positive. And I was like, are you positive? And they're like, we're not just positive. We're HIV positive.
That'd be hilarious if I actually said that.
But so then I'm like, well, this sucks. Because you only get 5 days off. I took Friday off. I went to work on Monday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And I was off on Tuesday anyways. So I got COVID and didn't even get to miss any work.
Spread it all over the place.
What kind of shit is that? Like, Brittany got COVID. She not only got a week off this time, last time she had 14 days.
First time I got COVID, I was off for like 3 weeks. And I got paid for all of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking nice.
Yeah, and here I am. I get COVID.
And the best part about that is, although they took me off work because my wife had it, and it took me a week into my wife having it before I started feeling any symptoms at all. And like, it was a slow build. Like, I was winded, so I took the test, and sure enough, I was super positive. But
super positive.
It was like the stay-at-home test. Like,
Yeah.
Freaking, were you supposed to wait 4 minutes? No, that bitch was positive 60 seconds in. Like,
Oh yeah, so was Oliver's.
But it was light cold symptoms. Like, my head was stuffy, and I got winded walking up a flight of steps. That's it. And then 4 days into it, my sense of taste and smell disappeared. But I was still just slightly stuffy. And then 2 days after that, I got hit with a fucking truck.
Yeah.
And then the very next day, I was fine. Completely fine.
Oh yeah. I'm usually
Both times I had COVID, I was down for the count 1 day, maybe 2. And then I was fine the rest of the time.
I'm usually up pretty early in the morning, decent hour. I'm not one of those that's up at 4 a.m., but I'm also not one of those still in bed at 11, 12 in the afternoon. But this entire time I've had COVID, I don't think anybody's talked about this, but there is an insomnia that comes with having COVID. I don't know.
I have insomnia all the time, so I don't know if it stems from.
Well, I take sleeping.
my crippling
sleeping
depression.
pills every night. I've taken sleeping pills every night since 2 days after I retired from the army.
Yeah.
So I take sleeping pills. It's not like I'm not sleeping. You know, like this. It's supposed to knock me out. So I'll take the sleeping pills and I'll actually feel them hit. But COVID, as soon as I lay my head down on the pillow, I start like the room spinning. The whole room is spinning.
Like you're drunk?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Every night since I've gotten
That's why that room spinning is why I don't drink very much ever. Because I hate that feeling.
Exactly.
That badly.
Well, I stopped drinking because I'm not allowed.
I will ruin my family.
there are... I stopped drinking for the same reason I had a vasectomy. There was way too many chances of me getting someone pregnant.
Yeah, he cheated on me multiple times. It broke my heart.
It didn't just break your heart. It didn't just ruin his day. It made his whole week.
Anyways, changing topic from COVID ruining the economy. Let's talk about the Democrats ruining the economy even further.
This new spending plan is stupid.
Everything that they're trying to do is stupid right now.
Nancy Pelosi was on her high horse again, and she's like literally singing, "Hail to the chief! Hail to the chief! Thank you, Joe Biden, so much for getting this through." How much money, Nancy, do you have in the green energy field? Because there's no other reason you'd be sucking his dick that hard.
I know her husband has had some money in something he shouldn't have. Or he sold off some stocks he shouldn't have.
Yeah. Pretty much. So
Ain't got a DUI.
The reason, and this is not because they're Democrats. Let's just put this out there. It's I do not have an issue with this because a Democrat proposed it. If the Republicans had proposed this, I'd have the same issue. You cannot run on the thing.
I'd have a bigger issue with the Republicans. You know why?
Because they're Republicans.
No, because they're supposed to be the conservative ones, but
Yeah.
in terms of money spending.
Yeah.
Like, this plan is so stupid, and you're supposed to be the fucking conservative ones. So I'd be a little more upset with the Republicans. Because the Democrats, I expect them to be a little more liberal with their spending, because they're liberals, they're progressives, they're trying to make things better, even if they choose stupid ways to do it.
Here's the way I like to break it down. Okay. Republicans, the reason why everyone thinks that we're terrible, like that they're terrible people, is they don't want to be funding all kinds of public services. And now public services are extremely necessary to a point. But here's why I have an issue with Democrats
There has to be a limit
and
on
their
them, though.
spending. Democrats do the same thing with our tax dollar that everyone kind of in the world can see happens when you give money to people that shouldn't be given money. Like, we give all these public funds, and I'm not saying that welfare is not necessary and things like that, but we give public funds to people. They get the money and then they spend it poorly.
Like
the Democrats do the same thing with our tax dollars.
Like the stimulus checks. I did not need one of those stimulus
I
checks.
didn't know, not a single one. Not a single one.
I'm not going to give the money back. I bought me an Xbox with it. Dead ass. Didn't need a single one.
I didn't need it at all. My job was...
And it's not like I make good money for what I do. Plus, with my disability check from the VA, I make really good money. But even then, like, I have 4 kids, a wife, a brother-in-law that I'm taking, all of these people that I'm taking care of. At the time, I also had my niece, my nephew, and my sister-in-law, and my sister-in-law's dude. This house was crowded, and I still didn't need it.
Yeah.
And they still sent it.
But they took all this money. They're raising taxes first off on the people they swore they wouldn't raise taxes on. They said, we won't raise taxes on a single person who makes less than $250,000. That was their whole campaign promise. And now they just blew that out of the water. Anyone making less than $100,000, even you are included in this. You're getting a tax rate hike this year. And they're taking all this money and they're putting it into an industry that everyone in the industry in the world will tell you there's a reason we are not the top producers of green energy. You cannot produce the things needed to run a country on green energy here in America simply because you can't afford to pay the workers and build the product. The product costs thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to pay someone $35 an hour to build it and then still have it affordable for middle class America. Putting a solar panel roof on your house comes with a tax rebate for a reason. It's not because they want you to go green. It's because you can't fucking afford it.
Yeah.
Imagine who right now, whoever, if you hear this, you got $50,000-$60,000 laying around to put a solar panel array in your house? Because not only do you have to have the solar panels, you have to have a power bank.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, you have to convert your house's electricity to run off that power bank, which means you're going to need to pay an electrician to come in.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you live in a
Don't
house
you also
like
need
mine,
to do it to does it require a special hookup to the city too?
Yes.
So the city can pull power off your power bank?
well, not just so that
so
they
you
can
can
pull
sell
power.
it back to the city?
Yeah, you sell part of your power back to the city. So you have to have a special hookup to the city to reverse the power back to them. And then on top of that, you have to have a special permit in most areas to have said solar. And then if you're like me, and your front yard has a giant oak tree in it, you have to pay someone to come cut it down. Because you can't have solar power if the sun does not hit my roof. This tree's large enough that half my roof is in shade all day.
If that tree comes down, your house is
Oh, that's why we put my son in the attic. He's supposed to catch it.
You're gonna have,
I told him, Oliver, I said, Oliver, you ever hear a loud crack? Put your hands up and brace yourself.
give me enough time to get out of the house with your sister.
I gave him an escape ladder. I said, if it goes by you, go down that thing, get to the bottom level, put your hands up and brace yourself. You were the only thing that stands between us and that tree.
Us in oblivion.
Just give us time to get to the basement. They'll come for us later.
Now, my question is, though, getting back from the topic to the topic and away from the idea of your son being crushed by a giant fucking tree. Sorry, OJ.
I'm on the kitchen floor.
Yeah. Why do you think I started laughing so damn hard? Woo.
There's
COVID.
only 2 people watching it. It's me and Brandon.
No, it's not. Avery's in.
And then it's me and Avery.
Brandon. I got 4 people.
I've got 2.
Well,
People don't love us. I thought you paid for 1,000 followers. Where are they?
anyways,
Dave3852, where are you?
but no, the shit. I lost my train of thought.
That train has left the station.
I feel like Biden.
We were talking about.
Oh no, my thing is, how is this gonna affect? Like Joe Manchin was the one stopping it from happening the first time they try to roll this shit through.
That dude is. I like him a lot.
Yeah, no, he seems like a solid dude, but how's it? If this is a green energy push, how is this gonna affect his state? Like, the whole thing is coal. Like,
one, that's probably one of the reasons he was stopping it.
yeah,
But 2, because he knows it's not something that can legitimately happen. We are not one of those countries. Like, everyone is always like, well, we're not like this country. We're not like that country. For a fucking reason.
yeah. Well,
One,
we're the third largest by landmass, aren't we?
exactly. So what are you gonna put? You're gonna put solar panels to run the electric grid here in Ohio, where we get sun 3 months a year.
Yeah, gotta love Ohio.
Texas couldn't support its own system, and we're talking about Texas. Like, there's movies about Texas and how fucking dry it is from the sun.
Hey, we have 4 4 seasons in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
We got almost winter, still winter, and construction.
Exactly.
Construction's the best.
Oh, I love construction. You can finally put that tank top on.
And be trapped in fucking traffic because
Construction.
God.
It's
Dude, Worcester, speaking of construction,
Worcester.
that's where we work. I work.
Worcester.
He works at a veterinarian office.
Hospital.
Hospital. My bad. I don't know.
I'm not a. It's
know the
important because I'm not a receptionist. I'm a nurse. I have a college degree.
I'm a retail manager. I think we work on opposite sides of the city or town. Township? City? Hovel? It's not that big.
It's a hole in the wall. I don't know. It has a Walmart.
Whole bunch of Amish people.
Oh, so many Troyers.
Anyways,
So many Troyers.
they blocked off like a main road, Milltown, heading to my work. Right? They just this whole stretch of road. And then right next to that stretch of road, before they finished that stretch of road, they blocked off a whole nother stretch of road, which creates chaos in the major commercial section of that city.
Answer me this. You're heading to work.
Yeah.
You're going down 21.
Yeah.
Okay. What exit is it you get off on?
You get off with 3 north towards Lodi.
3 north towards Lodi.
And that exit takes that highway stretch takes me right next to my.
Why don't you get off on the Medina Lodi exit?
That's it.
Okay, that's the one you're getting off on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that whole thing's fucking one lane right now.
Yeah, no.
Okay, then you just follow that all the way down to...
To my work, basically. It drives me right into it.
Bro, we're right next to each other. I'm on Cleveland Road.
Yeah.
That's the name of my clinic.
You know where Applebee's is?
Yeah.
I'm right across the street from the Walmart.
We could have lunch.
Oh, look at that.
We could have lunch. I don't know why we haven't.
He's going to take me on a date.
How are we best friends? We don't even know where each other works.
Because I purposely avoid you unless it's on Xbox.
I put in all my work in the bedroom. Sleeping.
Which is why I purposely avoid you. Because you go a little too hard in the paint. I need you to be a little more gentle.
It's the mud.
A little more loving. But a lot more.
Thrust.
A lot more vicious.
A lot more thrust. More thrust. Where are we at again? What the fuck are we talking about? Anybody know? Anybody? Bueller?
Yeah, you wanted to bitch about school.
Oh, yes. Okay, so yeah, obviously I'm bitching about school. Inflation, one. Thanks, Obama. Secondly, $407 for my 2 kids' school supplies today. That's ridiculous.
Would you go Gucci?
I went to Walmart. I went to the white people Wally World. I went to the one on 62. We paid like $12
White people Wally World?
Oh yeah, the white people Wally World.
The one on 62.
They have made that one so nice. Have you been recently?
I've worked there.
Yeah, they like it has become really nice. The area. I'm not saying the Walmart's changed. The area. Ever since the other side of 62 shut down everything.
On the white people Walmart part. That's still trash.
Because all of Louisville shops there now. They don't go to theirs anymore. They all drive into the.
Wait, Louisville has a Walmart?
Well, kind of. They used to go to the one in Akron because it was you get on 62 and you either go towards Akron or you go towards Canton to get to the Walmart.
Yeah, I know Cheyenne goes to the one on fucking 62.
Yeah, a lot of them would go up to Akron because the one up in Akron was nicer. Because ours is a super center. It was always busier, and they only got 2 registers open.
The one on 62 is. You know how many times I've had someone nearly overdose in my electronics section?
Oh, that's because they saw the prices.
In the bathroom.
I paid like $12 for a pack of pencils. Like
why?
Unsharpened. I could understand sharpened.
Why?
Because that's what they cost.
Not a Dollar Tree.
I ain't buying them Dollar Tree pencils. Motherfuckers probably don't even write.
They don't even write. It's Ticonderoga. Blah. Same pencil, same count.
Nah,
$1.25.
Them Dollar Tree pencils, man, those aren't even number 2s. Those are number 4 pencils.
I'm not talking the fucking the Dollar Tree brand. Like, there's actual name brand shit now.
Do trees shit? Do trees take a shit?
I mean, if you think maple's more oozing
Explain
out.
number 2 pencils to me then.
Maple is more like a disease oozing out of the tree's butt.
Either way, between that and the clothes. So my son has.
Now we have 2 viewers.
My son has new shoes that I just bought him. Yet for some reason, they hurt his toes, so I had to buy him new shoes.
His toesy rosies?
Huh?
His toesy rosies?
Yeah, so I had to buy him new shoes, and then sending your kids back to school is a whole process. I had to get his room set back up because a summer room and a school room are 2 different things. Summertime hits, those clothes never find the hanger. It doesn't matter if he has, if I have his clothes straightened away and these are the nice clothes, these are your play clothes. And during the summer, all clothes are play clothes. Because unless I say, hey, we're going somewhere nice, and then you even tell him, you're like, go put on some clothes we can go in public in,
Yeah.
School, though, they got to have those I'm going in public all the time clothes. We need to talk about ancient aliens.
That was the fucking skirt.
First off, hold on. So
How did you?
Remember when we started this and I said I was falling asleep?
Yeah.
This stuff works. This stuff really does work.
He's hypo shit now.
You guys have to try Dubby energy drinks. They are meant for people who they're pre-workouts, but they don't give you the jittery itchiness that you get with a pre-workout. So you can use them without actually having to exercise in the next 10. You ever took a pre-workout?
No.
You've got about 15 minutes after that thing hits, and if you're not exercising, you're going to look like Yogi Bear on a tree, I swear to God. You're going to be against something scratching your back because it opens the capillaries, causing you to feel like you itch all over. And the only way to stop that is to actually force blood through by exercising. You have to increase your heart rate. Dubby does not do that to you.
What's it taste like?
This one tastes like butts. No. The one I had, what did I have tonight? I had their
The
Galaxy Grenade, and it was
That's my favorite one.
watermelon, guava, and lime. And I drank it in about 5 seconds.
It tastes like watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, it went down quick.
What's the code for 10% off?
Dubby, the number 4, chubby. Chubby for the no, hold on, I drank too much. Chubby for Dubby, number 4.
No.
No. What? What is it?
Chubby.
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 Okay.
The number 4.
Uh-huh.
Dubby. DUBBY.
That's what I said. Chubby for Dubby.
And then you added 4 at the end.
No, I said the number 4. Like as in the 4 is the number 4.
Yeah, as in chubby for Dubby 4. That's what it would have came out as. You talk to people like they're stupid.
The 4th night. You don't work tomorrow, right? I don't work tomorrow.
I do not.
Yeah, we're getting to the hour. So how close are we? Because I gotta get this in. Like Deshaun Watson at a massage parlor, I gotta get this in.
You got 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay. First off,
I also got my story though.
Shit, we're gonna go over.
Well, let me do my story first. I'll make
You
it
do your
quick.
story.
All right. So one of my friends decided he's a collector. Like I'm a collector of Star Wars stuff. If you can see all that stuff, I love me some Star Wars, especially Darth Vader. Not Anakin.
Piece of shit.
Totally different. Anyways, the penis helmet now. He has that same thing for Final Fantasy VII, specifically Aerith or Aeris in the United States version, and it's the girl with the stick that gets stabbed by Sephiroth. Anyways, his friend told him about this opportunity to buy a life-size statue of Aeris for $3,000.
With a vagina? It better have a vagina for $3,000.
That's the best part. When he goes to pick it up, it was one of those real dolls.
Really?
Yeah, it was a sex doll.
I'm not mad at that.
That looks exactly like the PlayStation 5 version of Aeris.
Oh, he's used it.
No, he's like, I'm so pissed.
Don't be. If you want to recoup some of that money, I'll give you $1,500. I'll give you $1,500 for it. But I
mean,
would
it's
pay.
slightly used.
I would pay full price. Don't get me wrong. I don't know your friend. I would pay full price. But here's the thing: if I buy it, I gotta save some money for a lawyer because I'm getting a divorce. Because my wife will be jelly. You use that thing more than you use me. Because she doesn't fucking complain.
When he was telling me about it, I went on the website. I Googled it, and it brought up the website, and it had Tifa. It had
You're gonna email me this website, right?
it had the Resident Evil 2 remake and Resident Evil 3 remake. The female characters off of that, Jill Valentine and Claire Redfield.
I want the new one. What's her name? From the new one, the village, the big girl.
Lady Demetri.
Yes,
Demetru?
Lady Damascus or something like that.
Damascus. You wanted to step on you. Don't
Oh
you?
yeah.
Did you see that mod though? Someone got a mod and they were streaming it, and they just followed her around with a fly swatter, smacking her on the ass. But aliens.
Aliens. Okay.
You got a minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah, we're going over. So I think that every time we shoot a podcast from now on, we should have a segment where I tell you what's new in the aliens. So they've been trying to figure out, and this is a mystery that
You need to
cannot
get
be solved.
Tinfoil hat.
This is a mystery that cannot be solved.
Tinfoil hat.
Think about it. The fact that every Native American tribe has a story about
The Great Flood.
star gods. All of them have so some of them have a beginning to their existence. Their story is that they came from under the ground, and they were shown the way by star gods. And these star gods would visit.
Wait, they came from underground like they were dwarves?
Yes.
So there's Gimli's out there right now?
Yes. Right. And
I'd
so
mind that.
so the theory is that the earth is technically hollow and we're being visited by, and these star gods originate from different planets, some of them, but in some cultures they originated from the moon. And there's been a theory since the moon landings that the moon is hollow. I don't know if you've heard about the test
The
that
echo.
Exactly.
It rang like a bell.
Rang like a bell. We did a test on the moon, for those of you who are not 100% certain of this. NASA released the results of this test. They went up into lunar orbit.
Now we have just one.
And they dropped a sizable load on the moon. And what it had was a resonance transmitter in the load. And so when it hit the moon just vibrated. The whole thing. The whole moon vibrated consistently for a extended period of time, which could only happen had we hit a hollow portion of the moon. The moon being hollow leads me to the theory that the earth is hollow because Native American tribes, like I said, had star gods that originated from different planets, and to include the moon, and they claim to come from underground.
What if we're not on the earth? We're actually on the firmament. And the real earth is the flat earth inside the firmament.
What if? Hear me out. What if everything is flat earth? Because even round objects have flat surfaces.
If you're small enough.
Exactly. You're welcome, everybody.
And with that, we should just end it right there. As soon as you said you're welcome, everybody, end stream.
Exactly.
Missed it.
You fucking missed it.
I missed it.
Brandon wouldn't have missed it. Brandon would have accidentally ended the stream 15 minutes into this thing. And that probably would have been a better episode.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
I didn't make any TikToks today.
We did not. Shame.
Yeah, we're not going to get any new followers.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Join us next week, which will be Sunday.
Yes.
This podcast will be put on all directories tomorrow. Should be up for download Monday. And we'll see you next week. Say bye, Josh.
Bye, Joshua.
Bye.
Joshua.
By the way, follow PastyBaldnTasty on Twitch.
We'll be on tonight.
Join me as I take over the world.